while we was up there, just finishing that bit of filming off, Steve,
Yeah.
you started telling us about a strange encounter of a good friend of yours
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was seen in Flixton Woods, is it? Or
Staxton
Woods?
Woods, yeah.
You don't mind
Yeah.
just sort of like, I know Paul's filming this now,
Yeah.
can you just
No.
go over it again for us?
Yeah, well, it was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, right? The story she told me was her and her husband were walking the dogs in there, and she had a funny experience. Well, both of them did, they both saw it. Funny experience. Allegedly, what she told me, there was this black-backed, what she thought was a pig or something, following them along the ridge, like, because I think they were a bit lower than it, like, sort of thing, and it just so unnerved them, a pair of them, that they just cut short the walk and got back to the car as fast as they could, and she just thought it was just this big black back.
She said it was like the shape of a hog's, like a hog's back.
Like a hog's back.
As soon as Steve began to tell the story, I glanced at Ian. Incredibly, I'd told him a similar story before. Could there really be two lots of witnesses out there who've experienced the same thing in the same location? This was surely a place to set up cameras, surely a place to do detailed observation. But more importantly, more witnesses must be out there. Other people must be sitting on these stories. The description Steve began to give of this seemingly semi-transparent beast having a huge back, similar to a large hog or big animal of some kind, took me straight to the story I was told previously, where the couple involved described seeing something that resembled the back of a huge bear. There were too many coincidences for us to ignore this account, and as wild and as crazy as it may seem, something very strange and unusual is definitely presenting in that area. Yet whatever it was they saw appeared to show no aggression towards them or the dogs, which left me wondering, was it even aware of them? Is it some kind of thin portal area where these things from the past or present bleed through? Regardless of opinion or speculation, something is clearly happening in this location.
She said possibly even a bear on like all fours, like couldn't see any ears, head or anything like that. It was just the shape of this back and how it was following them. You know what I mean? And
that's in the woods.
In Staxton Woods. And she will not go in there. She will not go in there.
And how long ago was this?
I would say about, 4 or 5 years, what the experience they had. But she only told me about this, what, two years ago.
She lives very close by to this area.
It's
quite understandable though, really, if you'd seen something like that. And this was in the daytime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You'd seen something like that and it's frightened her that much that she's not been back in there since.
No.
And it was a regular walk.
Oh, yeah.
What about her husband? Was her husband back in?
I don't know. Do you know? I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Possibly not. I don't know. Possibly not. I don't know. But she will not go in. She will not set foot in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because I said to her, "Will you show me where it?" And she once said to me, "I'll show you where it happened, Steve." I went, "Yeah, whatever." And
it's never happened.
Never happened. And then I know for a fact, her other friend said, "Oh, in fact, it was only last week, actually." And she said she won't go in. She won't go into this day.
Would you mind speaking to this lady again?
Yeah, of course I can. I can get her. Yeah, no problem.
If you can, because it'd be nice to get a first-hand account from this lady. It's obviously
like
traumatised to a certain degree, which is understandable.
Oh yeah. No, I can contact Amanda. Like I say, I've known her man well.
Was there any effects on the dogs then? What did the?
What she said, I think she said the dogs didn't seem bothered at the time. To me, you know, they weren't agitated or out like that. That's all I know. That's all she said about that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think they went running after it or growling or snapping or out like that.
It just didn't seem interested in it at all.
No.
That's strange. Self, isn't it? Like people have seen it.
Yeah.
Usually a dog will be straight into wanting to know what's that.
Exactly. exactly.
Yeah,
Which I found a lot odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she had a collie. I don't know what one of them was at the time. I'm pretty sure it was. You know what I mean? The daytime.
Daytime sighting.
Well, yeah, daytime.
Strange.
Broad daylight. So, you know what I mean? It's
all from just bumping into someone I've never met you before.
No.
And the first time I think you've Paul speaking to you today, and then we're up here at a really strange place.
Up at Willie Howe, which we'll put there in the distance.
And then this comes out and
which, I mean, obviously Ian's interviewing you and you're getting this account from you, and I'm just stood at back at camera, but I just can't get over how fascinating it is that there's so many stories that people are just keeping to themselves. You've just shared that with us, this lady's account. Ian's just said, you know, hopefully she might speak, but if she doesn't, she doesn't.
Yeah. I think there's people around here that know things that, you know, they just never let on.
These stories appear to be far too deep and detailed to be the mere imaginations of someone's wild thoughts. As Steve unfolded the story, I knew I'd heard it before, but the thing that they were talking about just sounded so incredible. If we allow ourselves to believe that these things are actually true, then we have to travel far back in time to when early man settled at Lake Flixton, now known as Starcar. As previously stated, the archaeologists of the day suspected that these peoples were practicing ritualistic magic and sacrifice, shaman who looked into other worlds. Could what people are seeing today be remnants of that ancient past? And when they described something that looked like the shape of a huge bear's back, paralleling walkers as they moved through the woodlands of Stakston and Flixton, you have to wonder. From the descriptions they gave, it almost seems like whatever this creature was in between worlds, because they only saw its back. No head, no legs, nothing more but a huge, dark, fur-covered creature that appeared to be slipping in and out of existence. Were they getting a glimpse of what people call the Flixton werewolf? Were they getting a glimpse into the future or into the past? Or did the past bleed through into present day? All questions that remain unanswered for now. Thank you very much for listening to the last transmission, and until the next time, goodbye.